good evening and welcome to the Sports Doctor is In. My name is Larry Abels and I'm here with the Sports Doctor, Earl Rush, as usual. How you doing, Earl?
I'm doing great, Larry.
And today we got our special guest, the new star. He goes by the name Cuzzo. How you doing, Cuzzo?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good.
We're certainly glad to have you here, man.
Likewise, glad to be here.
All right, well, let's get into it. We got some basketball to talk about. So we got the Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Series tied at 1-1. Let's start with Indiana. Who's played well for Indiana, or has anybody played well? Cuzzo, we'll start with you.
I think Pascal is the best one on their team. I think he make or breaks them. So
who'd you say?
If he does his thing, they'll probably play okay. But Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
Yeah, Pascal. Okay.
Yep. I think he's the main factor on their team.
What about Halliburton?
He's a little questionable in my eyes. He plays his role well, but I think they need more from him if they're going to win the series, personally. 14 points and 14 points ain't going to cut it.
So what about all these last-minute shots he's making? Or you think
That's
he
cool.
needs to get started earlier?
Yeah, to me, the game shouldn't be that close. So if he plays better, they'll probably be ahead earlier, but he got to worry about Shea. I don't think Shea is going to let that happen. So we'll see.
Earl, anybody on Indiana's team impress you?
Impress me?
Yeah.
No.
I guess who needs to play well for them in order for them to win?
Halliburton needs to play well. Turner needs to play well. Good luck on that. And who else needs to play well? Well, obviously, I mean, I'm not going to state the obvious. Obviously, as a whole, their team needs to play well. That's obvious. But individually,
you're not impressed with any of them, huh? Not Siakam. What about? And I haven't heard even one of you mention Nesmith.
What about him?
You don't think he can play?
Yeah, he can play. But
he's decent.
Are you asking me who I'm impressed with for in this series, or you're asking me who can play?
Well, in this series,
it's two different things. In the series, I'm not impressed with anyone.
Okay.
On Indiana's team.
Well, and maybe I guess I'm asking in general. Who
Can they play?
Yeah.
Oh, they have a lot of players that can play. Oh,
so what distinction are you making about this series? They haven't played well, or you don't think they will be able to play well?
They played well. I mean, they played well.
You're just a hard person to impress.
I'm a hard person to impress. It's 1-1. I mean, what do you want from them? They won the game. One of the games on the road. They played as well as they can play. It just happened in the end. After 7 games, they will not be the best team. That's all.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that question in a little while. Because how do you feel about Nesmith? You think he's good?
I mean, I think he's an X factor for them. He's a good role player. I think he's been playing decent, but I think in order for them to beat the Thunder in a series, it's got to be more of a team effort. Everybody has to come and do their part. I mentioned before, I like the guy off the bench, McConnell. I'm a fan of his game as far as the role that he plays. Then they have Benedict Mathurin, and I think he plays decent. But it's going to take a collective effort. It really is, because you saw what happened last game, and I was telling you, I think that's what should have happened the first game. I don't think the Pacers are anywhere near as good as the Thunder.
Well, that's an interesting point, because everybody thinks that the Thunder's are heavy favorites to win this. I look at them not necessarily that far apart. I kind of think the Thunder's a little better than them, but I'm kind of surprised about them being prohibitive favorites. Earl, how do you think the two teams match up? Do you see OKC being a big favorite?
No, definitely not a big favorite. No, not at all. I think it's a great series. You know, the first two games are split 1-1. I don't know what more people want or what more you can say. They, if you know, most people will probably look at both teams and think that OKC is the better team. I can't say most people. I know a lot of people that think that way. So that means I haven't talked to the other people who think it the other way. So that don't mean most people. But
Vegas is certainly on that tip. You know, they've been big favorites even when they were down 0-1. Game one, did Indiana and Earl? I'm still with you. Did Indiana win that, or did Oklahoma City lose it?
They won it.
Okay.
They didn't give them that game. They just won it, and they let them know you got to play 48 minutes with us. You got to play all 48 minutes because they didn't leave the game to a second left. So they just.
How'd you look at that game, Cuzzo?
OKC blew it.
They blew it.
OKC blew it.
Why do you feel that way?
I blame some of it on the coach. I blame some of it on the team. I mean, you up by 15 with a few minutes left in the fourth, and this is the playoffs. Slow the ball down. Stop taking bad shots. If the Pacers get on a run, call timeouts at the right time. I feel like some of it was the coach, but I feel like OKC might have let off the gas a little bit, and it got down the stretch, and Shea missed that last shot, which put Tyrese in a position to do what he do, and bam. So I think they blew it. They should have won that game by 10 to 20 points, in my opinion.
Nobody could hit a shot. What I saw the problem with that game, they shot like 7 for 19 in the fourth quarter. The only person that seemed like they were hitting any shots was Shea, and they couldn't get a rebound. I mean, gosh. And I look at the coach for should have put some bigger guys down there because they got so many offensive rebounds. Even when Indiana missed, they were able to convert second or third shots. Yep. Let's switch over to OKC. Because we'll start with you. What about OKC has impressed you? And what makes you think that they're going to win this?
Shea. The first game, number one, they can't guard him. They don't know what to do with him. If you notice between the first game and the second game, last game he was being more of a real point guard. He was getting everybody involved. The ball movement was great. And I think OKC is a lot faster than them. So like Jalen Williams hitting decent shots. It's going to take people to help get the eyes off of Shea to help them win. And I said it from the beginning. I think that OKC is a much faster team than them in 48 minutes. I think throughout the course of the game, the Pacers will get slower. And I think OKC has a lot of young guys that's going to keep the ball moving up and down the court.
So here's my niece, Lauren. Thanks for joining us, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren!
She agrees with you, Cuzzo. You know Justin Cuzzo?
Yeah, I do.
This is Justin's sister right here.
Okay, cool. Nice to meet you.
Earl, what do you think was OKC's strength and how they're going to win this series?
Their strength is defense. They're going to win it by defense. Their defense is going to win the game. Indiana's defense is a little bit better than what I thought. Oklahoma has no one that they can really, really depend on except Shea, but he's coming through. The defense is going to win the game for them to answer your question.
Hey, Sharice, how you doing? This is Justin's other sister, Cuzzo.
Okay.
How you doing, Sharice? Glad you joined us.
Yeah. Hey, Sharice.
And we got Kung Fu joining us from Georgia. How you doing, Kung Fu?
Kung Fu.
Thanks for tuning in, bro.
My man.
The last game, the top four scorers all played for Oklahoma City. I've never seen that in a playoff game. We got the top 4 scorers in a game. It was all Oklahoma City's team. Who else on
That's what
Oklahoma
happens
City's
when one team is way better than the other. That's what happens.
So who else? I've only heard you guys mention Shea. Who else on the Oklahoma City's team impresses you? Cuzzo, you can go first.
I could tell you who don't impress me.
Tell me who doesn't impress you.
Chet.
Okay.
Not a fan of him. I'm not a fan.
Who?
Hogan.
Chet Holmgren.
What's
Not
wrong
a
with
fan of
Hogan?
him. He's soft.
Uh-oh.
He's soft, man. He's soft, and he needs to understand that he's not a guard. You know what I'm saying? And he thinks he's a guard in his mind. You're not a guard. Go do what people your height do. That's my stance on him. And it's people like him that I think need to step up to help their victories be easier. And I'm a fan of Jalen Williams. I think he offsets Shea well, but I think he's very spotty at times. But I feel like the way OKC plays, they got some killers on their team. Dort comes through when he needs to sometimes, and I'm not even a huge fan of his game. But they have a squad that seems to get it together when the time is right.
Earl, he sounds a lot like you, man.
That's why
I didn't even realize. I mean, he was sounding like you the other night when I was talking to him.
you have no idea what you just said. I tell Larry every day about Hogan. You're not soft. You're all right. The guy's soft and
I'm just trying to get at. I'm just trying to get at. What do you mean by soft? All right.
This is
like he ain't got no heart. I think he got heart. I just think he ain't that good. He be trying to do too much to me.
He flimsy.
He's
soft.
Somebody's soft. They ain't trying to mix it up or anything like that.
There's several variations of soft.
Okay.
I think this guy encompasses all of them. But what can you do, man?
Wait a minute. You don't
Let
think
me
he
ask
has
you
any
something,
heart?
Cuzzo. Let me ask you something, Cuzzo. Do you think that Karl Anthony Towns is soft?
Oh gosh.
We talked about this too. He's soft. He's soft, man. Soft, man. Tissue paper.
I told you, Larry.
I think that's what makes him soft. Normally, maybe my definition is too small. Normally, when I think of somebody soft, like we get ready to play some guys or something like that, and they ain't trying to show up. You know, they play like they scared. He doesn't seem that way to me.
See, but you're thinking of it as heart, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's a difference in having. You can have heart and still be soft. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just like you can be soft and still have heart. It just depends on the person you're talking about. Karl Anthony Towns is not as soft as Chet is, okay? But at the end of the day, Karl Anthony Towns does soft things a lot of the time.
I love it.
Y'all are some rough boys, man.
I love it.
I think Chet be trying to do too much. I mean, like just get a ball to a guard. They be trying to spit on people. They be stealing the ball from him all the time.
You lucky I'm not the coach. He's been on my bench.
He be on your bench.
He keep trying to dribble like he a point guard. Come sit by me. Think about what you done.
I agree.
Cuzzo, Mr. Abels is the kind of gentleman. If he doesn't have to say anything negative about anyone, he won't. Because everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you came on the show and reinforced my thoughts because I'm always considered the villain on the show. Yeah.
Well, that's cool then. That's cool. I mean, the way I see it is they get paid millions to play this game. You know what I'm saying? And it's certain things that you shouldn't do. If you 7 feet tall and you keep getting the ball stolen, stop dribbling it. People keep doing the same thing over and over.
I couldn't agree with you more on that.
Yeah.
But see, he tries to when I think of having heart, to me he tries to go at people. He just can't do it. I think he just using poor judgment.
Well,
so when I do look at when I hear soft, I think of somebody having heart, not having heart.
Well, he can have some heart as Cuzzo said, but when you got 6'7" guys just using you, abusing you, and you 7 feet, it's got to be some kind of problem. Is he soft or it's some kind of a problem? Kidding me?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I know I'm gonna get a reaction from my niece, but I'll ask this question: is because of Anthony Davis soft?
All right, now that's my fellow Laker. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking this question.
I don't think he's as soft as people make him seem.
Oh no, we didn't say as soft. We didn't say what degree is he soft.
The problem with him is that he'll do some soft shit during the game.
Well, then he's soft.
And then, but listen though, and then he gets mad and he switches up his game. He starts playing like he should have been playing. And sometimes I feel like people don't give him as much credit as they need to. Anthony Davis will give you 40. You know what I'm saying? He'll give you 40 points, 15 rebounds, and he'll have 5-6 blocks. That's not soft. That's what a big man's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Dominate the paint, have a little mid-range game, you know, just so you can be versatile and defend your paint. And Anthony Davis can do that. He's one of the best in the league right now that can do that. I think people call him soft because he get hurt a lot. But, I mean, it's not –
No, you said he was soft as well. You just said he wasn't as soft as
so this is my niece's answer, or first answer. He came back, he's delicate.
And he is delicate. He's very fragile. Every time he falls during the game, I'm like, oh, man. And then he gets back up. I'm clapping. All right, cool. We good. Because you never know what to expect from him. But I think people call him soft because he gets hurt a lot.
My other nieces, I don't think he's soft, but he's fragile.
Yep. I couldn't agree more.
And Kung Fu agrees with them.
He's soft, man.
Earl thinks a lot of people are soft. I kind of agree with Lauren. I don't know if I don't know if he's soft, but he breaks a lot.
He's always getting hurt. I mean, he's always getting hurt.
Yeah,
he's not sturdy. He ain't sturdy.
You're right. He's not sturdy at all. But
sturdy, he's soft.
I don't think that makes him soft, though. I don't think that makes him soft.
Well, I think he got hard too. So I'm not.
Okay. You told me you used to play a little bit of ball. I bet you if you could play like him, I bet you would be doing more things than what this guy's doing.
Yeah, but if I keep getting hurt, I'll be in the same position as him.
You keep getting hurt because you're soft.
But that's the thing though. Like I don't know what his issue is, but his legs are made of glass. So sometimes the big guys just be fragile. But if I was his size, I would be dominating similarly to what he does. But I would also be in the gym working on the parts of my body that seem to get hurt the most. And I don't know. I'm sure he does that. Maybe he doesn't. But
look,
I would be a completely different player.
Some people are just injury prone anyway.
It all depends on what kind of soft you're talking about. You can be soft, you're not having a heart. You can be soft by letting people just abuse you when you 7'1" and a 6'7" dude is killing you or something. You can be soft mentally. There's all kinds of softness.
Yeah.
He got some softness in him. Period. That's all. I'm hurt.
Like Sharice is roasting him
I
now.
agree with you 25%. The rest I don't agree.
Sharice is roasting him now. She joined in the roast.
Hey, take it easy on my guy, man. That's my fellow Laker.
So to this extent, Earl, let me throw this out to you. What about John Moran? Is he soft?
What?
Okay.
No,
My problem with John Moran. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Earl.
What would make that even come out your mouth?
Because he gets hurt all the time.
Oh.
He get hurt because he becomes socialized everybody.
Yeah, he don't get hurt. He don't get hurt like Davis does.
He gets hurt a lot.
Well, he may be
you don't
soft.
think he's soft?
He could be soft physically. He's not soft mentally, and he does have a heart. If you want to call him soft, like I said, because he gets hurt all the time.
I wasn't calling him soft. I was just following with what we were talking about Anthony Davis. What do you think? What are you going to say, Cuzzo?
My problem with Ja is he's not as good as he thinks he is. That's my problem. I don't think Ja is very athletic, but I don't think he's as good as he thinks he is. He's a cool guard. He's a decent player. You know, he's fun to watch when he's having his way on the court. But you got to look at people like Shea. Shea has skill. Ja will get locked up some games. I think of Ja as a less offensively gifted Derrick Rose. He can get down there and get crafty, but overall, he doesn't have the entire package. I feel like he's not a killer the way he needs to be, and I think he needs a bit of an ego check. You know, is that if I played him, that would be me. I'd be pushing his buttons the whole game.
Man, I hear.
Thank you.
I totally go the opposite way on this one with Kozo. I think.
Okay.
I think if we want to say he's soft because he gets hurt, yeah, I can't take that because I'm the one that said that. So okay, if he gets hurt all the time, you get hurt all the time. You're soft some kind of way. What the hell? But he is as good as he thinks he is. He does have the all package where he be raining them threes on people, and I think he just needs to be on a good team. I was asking people about Anthony Edwards. We were talking about who's superstars. So John Moran would be a superstar if he hadn't done all the dumb stuff he's done in the league. He's too dumb to be a superstar. But that boy is good, though. He's good.
I think he's got a lot of game too. I think he's got to stay on the court, but when he's there, he's tough. He's tough.
And if
Cuzzo must be harder than you, Earl. You don't like John Morant.
Yeah, Cuzzo's tough.
But I got both of y'all on this show. This is really something, man.
Yeah, Cuzzo's like a Russian judge, man. You know how the Russians be judging and the Americans be swimming and doing the flips and stuff. And
that might be a little before his time. See,
I know what he's talking about a little tiny bit.
Back when the Olympics back in the last century, the Russian judges was always hard on the Americans. They could get it.
Woo! No, John Moran. If John Moran was on a good team, if John Moran done the stupid stuff he did, and he didn't always get hurt,
I think he's on a decent team now. I mean, the biggest problem with that team is that he's not there enough.
No.
But when he's there, they usually win. But he misses a lot of games.
He ain't got nobody, man. Memphis ain't going nowhere no time soon, whether he's healthy or not.
They play well when he's there, though. I mean, they have a good team when he's there. Look, so let's we getting a lot of players. I'm getting a lot of opinions here. So Earl, you mentioned Anthony Edwards. I know how you think, but let's start with Cuzzo. What do you think about his game, Cuzzo?
He has game. He doesn't have basketball IQ yet. I think he's developing it, but I think he does a whole lot of dumb shit sometimes when he should be making smarter plays. But as far as the mentality, it's there. That man would take 60 shots a game and end up with 16 points because he don't give up, and that's good, but that can hurt your team. Like when they played us, the Lakers, we didn't lose because of Anthony Edwards. Everybody thought that we would lose because of him, but I'm a fan of Anthony Edwards. People always comparing him to Jordan and my boy Kobe. We got to chill with all that, but I think he'll be there at some point. He's still real young, and I think he knows that too. So just give him some time; he'll be there.
Earl, what do you think about Anthony Edwards?
I think he's great. I think Edwards is great. He just had bad. He just let me down the last two series he played. But the guy has a great game. I mean, he has no weaknesses.
Yeah,
I think he's his biggest weakness.
He has no physical. It's not like his brain is his weakness. I mean, I just can't understand him taking 13 shots in the last game. He needs to take more shots. That's a mental thing.
Yep, it sure is.
Does he have heart, Earl? I can't say the wrong word. Is he
It's
soft?
nothing soft about that.
Okay, that's what I should have said.
I know. It's nothing soft about him whatsoever.
Okay.
Nothing soft about him whatsoever.
Cuzzo, is he in the top 5
If
players
he
in the league?
Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If so, he's 4 or 5.
What about the top 10? He would be in the top. You think he'd be in the top 10?
Yeah, he'd be in the top 10 for sure. Yep.
Early in the top 5 players in the league?
No. The top 5 players in the league are Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
The boy from Milwaukee. What's his name? Giannis.
Okay.
SGA.
Okay.
Who else? Let's see. I named all of them just like that yesterday.
How do you feel about Tatum?
He's not the top 5.
Okay.
If he's in the top 5, I've already named 3. So
Right.
If that's the case, if he's in the top 5, then you can say the 2 Celtic forwards. But the 2 Celtic forwards ain't in the top 5 in the league.
What about Donovan Mitchell?
He's a dog.
He's not in the top 5.
He's not in the top 5, but he a dog.
He's not in the top 5.
So you giving me 3 so far: Giannis, Jokic, and SGA. Would those 3 be in your top 5, Cuzzo?
Yep. So would Luka.
Right. That's who I left out. Luka.
Okay, that's number 4. Who else?
Top 4, and then it's hard to pick the top 5 between Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, the boy Brown for Boston, and Tatum. I'm just not gonna put Tatum as number 5 like everybody is, just like that. I don't get that.
Yeah.
So
I can agree with that.
I named my 4. I don't think Tatum is better than Brown. Let me be straight with you. I don't think he's better than Brown.
I
don't think there's a lot of difference between them. Tatum seems to get a lot more of the press and everything.
It may not be that much of a difference, but the difference is that Brown's better than him. That's all.
Okay.
He ain't got by no certain degree. Okay.
Well, you know, man,
Who won it? Who came through the most when they won the championship?
Yep.
Oh, last year was definitely Brown.
Okay, so I don't know what it is a discussion. They won the championship. They both went to the championship game. This guy won MVP. I don't know what else needs to be said. What else needs to be said?
I just brought it up because when they announced the All NBA team, the first team was Jokic, Giannis, SGA, Tatum, and Donovan Mitchell. And of course, we're using people that got hurt, like Luka. You know, you got to play a certain number of games. We're just asking who the best is. But
I think who the top 5, boy. You just say who's healthy, who ain't healthy. Luka's
no, I'm saying that's what that was the All NBA team, and I said, yeah. Our question was who's the best players. That's what it was. So we got people that were hurt and stuff in there. We could have thrown John there for that matter.
No,
Luka was hurt. I think Luka would have made it because he had made it like 4 or 5 years in a row already.
Right.
John not all NBA first team though.
No, I don't think so either.
Nope.
No.
I'm not sure Luka is.
Crazy.
Luka's a liability on defense.
Crazy.
He's a liability on defense.
Luka does enough to be on first team though.
Except for Oklahoma before this season, I would tell you nobody played on defense. They actually really played defense. So
They play defense, and so does Indiana. Indiana plays defense too. And Boston plays defense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Out of the 32 teams, only 3.
No, it's more teams that play defense now.
Oh,
Matter of fact, guys. But Luka's a liability. They be hunting him on defense.
Yeah.
That's his only problem. I mean, offensively, yeah, he crushes people. He crushes people.
Yep. I can agree with that. He's definitely a defensive liability for sure.
the way he's scoring.
And if we talk about players that are hurt, we need to throw Embiid in there because when he's healthy, he's one of the top 5 players.
Yeah. Well, yes. That 5th spot is difficult, but when he's healthy, he is top 3 big men in the league for sure. It's times when he's probably number 1 when it comes to that position that he plays.
I think so. I think he can play as well as anybody out there.
Yep. And he has a nice mixture of what you used to see. He got some post-up game. He'll get down there and bump you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays all these big men just want to shoot threes and dribble. What happened to the old school days, man? That's what I like. That's what I think of when I think of a center. I think of someone like Shaq. I'm gonna score all my points right here, just like this. Give the ball right here. Give it right here. That's how I think of it. You know what I'm saying?
Old school.
Big man supposed to be a big man, right? Have you ever seen the show before?
Have I seen what?
Have you ever seen this show before?
No, I haven't.
You said things I've been saying ever since the show started. About these soft big men shooting these perimeters and jumping.
If they can rebound and they play defense, I don't care if they shoot threes if the threes go in. But if they can rebound and play defense, they can shoot some threes.
So then, what y'all think about Wemby? Since we're talking about rebounding and big men,
I think Wemby's going to be pretty good. He needs to probably. It'd be nice if he got a little stronger. But I think he's pretty good.
I think he's going to be great. But is he soft? Yes, he's definitely soft. Wemby is soft. If you don't know,
I was waiting on that. I couldn't have said it any better myself.
You don't know Wemby's soft, then we don't need to even have the soft discussions in. Okay.
I would take Wemby on my team in a heartbeat. I'll take him in a heartbeat on my team.
That's fine.
Why though? Because he's 7'6", or because he's good.
And he can play. He can block shots. He rebounds. He shoots deep too and miss. He doesn't make enough of his threes for me. He's not like Embiid. Embiid be making his threes.
That is true, but I think Wemby does not get enough rebounds for me.
Okay.
It's big men in the league that's 5 inches shorter than him that give you 13, 14 rebounds a game because that's what they focus on is getting rebounds. Wemby wasting all his energy up by the 3, trying to cross up the forwards and all of that other stuff. Like it goes back to be a big man. Like, and Wemby can dribble a little bit. He can dribble a little bit, but you got to understand, you 7'6". We down here swinging at that. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
But he does have a defensive presence.
Only because he's 7'6", not because he's a defensive monster.
But he's agile enough where he can go. You know, he can come from a weak side, and or if you get a step on him, he can run you down and block it. A guy that we like, to me, is not that good defensively, and that's Joker. I mean, he does everything on offense, but I don't think he's that good defensively. But
that's because he's not in great shape. He isn't athletic. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, right. I mean, he does. He's great timing and everything because he rebounds and definitely can shoot.
Yep.
So, because of the Knicks fired their coach. Any reason they should have fired Tibbs?
No, because I didn't expect them to go as far as they did. People have thoughts about the way he played the way the rotation was and things like that. But I mean, let's be real. They only have 6 players on their team that really get it done anyway, and those 6 were playing in the game. So to me, I don't see why he was fired. Thibodeau's a good coach. Wherever he ends up, they're going to be a pretty decent team or better than what they were, I feel like. And I feel like we all knew the Knicks weren't going to win the championship. So what's all the fuss about? I think they should have just let him be and maybe make a trade or two or try to get some more people in the offseason and give it another try.
Earl, your thoughts on Tibbs getting fired?
Tibbs should have got fired.
Why is that?
And he should have got fired. First of all, Cuzzo stated that the Knicks only had 6 players that could get it done. That's the main reason why he should have got fired. But we don't know. We don't know who could play on the team because he not playing nobody. We don't know who. We don't know who the 11 players left on the team to play.
But wasn't he a successful coach? I mean, regardless,
Okay.
I've been hearing he only plays a short bench, but his team is winning.
I'm only going to address one question at a time. I was
Okay.
addressing the question what I thought of Tibbs. He needs to be fired. And if for nothing else, if he was any kind of coach, now he's a good coach. I'm not going to say he's not a good coach. But someone who shouldn't have been fired is someone who came up with the reason why they did not lose that first game. There's no way they should have lost that game. There's no way you should have lost that game. The Knicks should have lost that. I mean, there's no way they should have lost that game. Any coach would have called a timeout, put some dumb person in there. He could have put some person who couldn't get it done to go in there and foul Neesmith a couple of times or something. He was never checked hard from the 3. They never tried to take him off the 3 line. That's coaching, man. You can't lose that game like that with a coach.
Hey, the coach is only half of it though. The players got to execute too.
They have to have a chance. They have to have a chance, Cuzzo. This guy, just as they say on TV, this guy would play 9 players in a baseball game. He don't never like to play nobody, man.
But I mean, the way I look at it, you can talk about his coaching style, but the team was successful. And I mean, I make an argument that they overachieved. Did you think they were going to beat Boston? If you had told you that they would get by Boston in the playoffs, you wouldn't have thought that was a successful season for them?
You can't beat Boston with one player on your team, man. They didn't have nobody but Brunson.
But they beat Boston. They beat them in the playoffs.
Cat played decent some of those games too.
Anybody will take a gift. Boston said, "Here, y'all come on, take this game. We don't want it. What y'all doing? Come on, man. Yeah."
I just kind of wonder if whoever coach whatever. So they won 50 games 3 years in a row. They hadn't done that since like the early 2000s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Have they won anything yet, Larry?
My question is, who could have done better? Do you think a new coach would have made a difference for them?
Tyrone Lue would not have let his team lose that game like that. He wouldn't have let it happen.
Their first game, okay. I mean,
it wouldn't have happened.
Indiana's been like stealing games from everybody. It seems like.
We're not talking about that. We talking about that crucial game. We talking about that.
So you would fire him for that game because of that game?
I fire him just for
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I fired him just for that. I fired him. I've been firing him anyway. As they said, they've been talking about this man's not playing his rotation for years and years and years. Has he done anything? No. You keep doing the same thing over and over, and the results.
But every team he goes to gets better.
Every team he went to has not won it.
Yeah, I mean, who has won it? Who has won it?
What do you mean? Who has won it?
There's a lot of coaches that haven't won anything.
Okay, so we're not even talking about now, are we?
Well, I put it this way. I look at their complete body of work. If you had told me that Knicks would have got to the Eastern Conference Finals, I wouldn't have bet anything on that. I would have lost all my money. There's no way in the world I thought.
You know again. You don't bet, do you? You don't bet anyway. So what you saying?
If I had bet, I would have taken that bet.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey, that's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
Hey, is Halliburton a superstar, Cuzzo?
Is he a superstar?
Yeah.
I don't even like him. I'm not a fan of him.
Okay, so wait a minute. Hold on.
He is all NBA second team.
Hold on. Let's go into this. they're not no superstar. So you like every superstar. There's not no player that's really good that you don't like, but you're not gonna say that they're good.
Tyrese ain't that good though.
No, I'm just saying in general. You said your response was, I don't even like him. So that means since you don't like him, you're not even gonna give him credit if he can play or not.
Most superstars, there aren't that many superstars. I feel well. Actually, no, I'm about to say a lie. You right, but I feel like I'm a fan of guards. I like guard play. I like good guards.
Right?
Tyrese is a decent guard. He does what a guard is supposed to do, and that's pass the ball. I feel like there are holes in the rest of his game, and people say that he is underrated. I think he's exactly what people say he is. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's exactly what people say he is.
They say he's the most overrated player.
Overrated. Excuse
You
me.
think he's the most overrated player?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cousin, you tough, man. You tough.
No, I'm serious, man, because he's thank you. I'm not the only one that thinks that. That's what I'm saying. Like
No. Everyone said he ain't one.
Okay, so then that we all on the same page then.
No, he's not.
I'm just not a fan of his game. And again, I think if he did more, Indiana would be in better position to beat OKC. There's just 14 points ain't gonna cut it, in my opinion. It's just that it's not gonna cut it. I don't care if they all come in the fourth quarter. I don't care what it is. It's not cutting it. It's not gonna cut it. Then you guarding Shea. Shea giving you 40, and you only scoring 7 times in 4 quarters.
He's not in Shea's class. Come on, he ain't in Shea's class. I mean,
And that's why they're not gonna win.
And that's why he ain't a superstar.
And you exactly.
Is Shea a superstar?
Absolutely.
Of course he is.
Absolutely. Shea the best guard in the league right now. Shea one of the best players in the league at any position.
He is. He's very good, and he's not what I would. He's not a spectacular player. He's just like a machine, though. He goes and gets his little mid range, hits a couple of threes, takes you to the hole.
Well, that's
And
one
he's
thing
pretty
that a
good on
scorer
defense.
understands, though. When you a scorer, you understand that you got 4 quarters. You score 5 times in each quarter, you're gonna have 30. You break the game down into quarters, and that's what Shea does. Some people try to fry you the whole game. No, I'm gonna pick my spots, and Shea is good at understanding this man can't guard me. Get him off me. I'm gonna blow by him every time. Y'all are scared of me. Y'all gonna foul me and do all that stuff. So I'm gonna cook y'all the entire game. That's what you're supposed to do, and Shea does it. And I think that's why they won last game, because Shea did what he had to do, and on top of that, he sprinkled a little bit more teamwork than he did in the first. Had some more of his teammates involved, and that's how you get the gap. Because when you get your teammates flowing, everybody plays good, and I feel like that's one reason why they went cold in game 1 at the end, was because Shea was taking a lot of the shots. He was doing a lot of the scoring. So if you're not giving other people touches, I mean, you can't expect someone to make it if they ain't touch the ball in 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
But they were missing shots. J-Dub, he wasn't. Williams he looked like he didn't even want to shoot one time. One time he had a wide open shot. He held it and gave it to Shea, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think they just kind of froze up at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get that. We went this whole podcast and we didn't talk about LeBron James.
You want to talk about LeBron James?
What you think about LeBron, Earl?
He's great.
Oh, man. You think he need to retire?
Huh?
You think it's time for him to hang it up?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw too many people. I saw too many people doing things to LeBron that they wouldn't have been able to do when he was a younger man.
Mm-hmm.
I think people abuse him, but it's time for him to go. Yes. Answer your question.
Okay.
I still will give him. He's definitely not as good defensively. He's a liability, and when they having Luka and him on that team, that cause defensive problems. But I still will say he's usually about one of the 3 or 4 best players on the court every game he plays in.
I don't know about that, Larry.
Almost every game.
I don't think he should have been on the All NBA team. First of all,
what was he like, second or third team?
Yeah, second team.
I think it was second. Yeah. The reason I brought him up though is because I'm getting sick and tired of people saying he's 40. What else more you want him to do? I want him to hang his jersey up and go sit down. That's what I want him to do.
You don't think he's one of the best players playing?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He wasn't in our top 5.
No. But I think he's in the top 15 players in the league. I think he should have made one of them all-star teams.
See, but think about it though. This is LeBron James. At one point, everybody thought he was the best player in the league, and now we saying top 15. That's a long ways from
No.
this.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you need to retire. No, he's not. At one time, he was the best player in the league. He's clearly not that anymore. But normally, every game I see him play, I would say he's the third or fourth best player on the court. No worse than that. I can't really think of any games where when he plays with the Lakers, he's usually the first or second best player on the team. Now that they got Luka, he's probably the second best. Same with Anthony Davis there.
Yeah, but LeBron has this on and off switch that I don't like. Sometimes he turns it on, and sometimes he just kind of lets other people do their thing. And I don't think that he needs to be on the court if he's going to play like that.
So if he was 23 years old,
yep,
and had disability, you don't think he should be an NBA player?
Yeah. If he was 23,
you don't think he could start in the NBA?
Playing like how he does now?
Yeah.
Not for no team that I'm a fan of.
No, I'm talking about it. This is talent. You don't think he has enough talent to be an NBA starter right now?
Maybe because of his IQ.
Well, I mean, my position is usually one of the 3 or 4 top players on the court at any time he's playing. You think really when he plays, there's a lot of players out there on both teams combined that are better than him in any game he plays in?
All depends on the team he's playing.
It depends on what team they playing, number one.
Okay.
And it depends
Pick
on
any team. Pick any team.
Shit. If they playing the Knicks, for example, Brunson could be better than LeBron that game. Luka could be better than LeBron that game. Cat could be better than LeBron that game.
Who's the third person?
Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, cool. Okay. You think he's better than LeBron?
I'm saying in a given game, he could play better than him in a given game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I would say even with that, he'll be number 4.
So, maybe he could be the 4th or 5th player.
I say 3rd or 4th because he might be better than Karl Anthony Towns.
Some games.
He is better than Karl Anthony Towns.
Right.
He may need to retire, but he's still better than that. Come on.
Because, I mean,
I think he's still playing well.
I think if you're gonna people play the age game with him too much, and that's why I feel like it's time for him to hang it up. Because you being 40 does not mean that you can go out there and play how you want to play. And some people say it's because of your age. Some people say you're the greatest, but you just had 15 points. Like it's a toss up here, and that's why I think it's just time to hang it up. We're supposed to pay him, I think, like $50 million for this next upcoming year. And I think that is insane. I think it's insane. He's not worth $50 million. And the reason why he's not worth $50 million is because if he really wants to win, give some of that money back. Let us get some better teammates. Take a pay cut. Take a pay cut. That's me. That's just me.
Interesting. I think he can still play. He's certainly not the best player in the league anymore. He hasn't been there for a few years. But he's got a good enough game. I wouldn't cut him. I mean,
this podcast was going great until he brought up LeBron. There was a reason why we ain't talked about it. It's no reason to talk. It's nothing to talk about him about.
He needs to be the podcast we have with those other guys.
Hey.
We got one guy that loves LeBron.
A lot of people love LeBron. Most of my friends love LeBron. And is he a cool player? Cool. I think I think he is intentionally playing this long because he wants to have all of these records and all of that. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. That's all I can say.
He's still good enough to be in the league. He's not. He
is good enough to be in the league, just not on my team.
He's
not on my team. I'm sick of the baby and then the coddling. Oh, LeBron is 40. Let it go. It's okay. Get him off my damn team.
Oh, I would have traded him a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
and I could have really got something for him.
Yeah. But now I mean he's put, and now we got Bronny. So
okay, that's a whole different story.
Man, get them both off my team. I don't want neither of them. Get them both. Get them both gone.
Oh man. Well, I guess that's it. Cuzzo, we're gonna meet you in the studio when we sign off here. But sure. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Kung Fu, Sharice, Lauren. We appreciate you guys commenting. And anybody else that's watching that didn't comment, thanks a lot for tuning in. And we'll see you next week at 7:00. Take care, everybody.
All right.